Every year, almost half of Wellesley College juniors spend a semester or full year abroad. Our goal in the Office of International Study is to help you identify programs that are right for you, and to help you navigate through the application process and beyond. We hope this presentation will get you started in the right direction, and we look forward to following up with you in person, as you find your way. Every year, more than 25% of Wellesley College students travel abroad for academic credit, internships, research, community service or personal enrichment. Almost half of the junior class studies abroad for a semester or academic year. Students work or study in some 60 countries and in every world region. This info session focuses on the traditional junior year abroad program, which is neither necessarily a year in duration nor limited to juniors. Motivation for study abroad is as diverse as our student population. Many students study abroad to perfect a foreign language, or to conduct field research, or to gain a new perspective on their major. Others seek the opportunity to study in a major research university, live in an urban setting, or to experience life in a developing country. Whatever your goals, the Office of International Study wants to work with you to identify the most appropriate host university, or study abroad program, for an experience that will challenge you and provide you with the opportunity to grow as a global citizen. Wellesley offers opportunities for students in every discipline, in every world region, and with diverse goals and prior travel experience or language preparation. In English language destinations, our students most frequently choose to directly enroll in an overseas college or university as a visiting or affiliate student, taking the same courses as the local degree students. Students who are studying in the foreign language destination most frequently select programs designed for American or international students, which may or may not be affiliated with a foreign university. Theme-based programs in fields such as economic development, gender studies, and sustainability, for example, are typically designed for students from top-tier US colleges and universities and are often a good fit for Wellesley students. With so many options, the most difficult part of studying abroad is deciding where to go. This process can be overwhelming, but it helps to start by thinking about what your major is likely to be, and then identify some programs that work well with the major. But it is possible to decide that you want your time abroad to be about some other academic or personal interest, and that's okay so long as you plan appropriately. You'll want to think about things like whether or not you want to live with a host family, or whether you want your experience to be in a rural or urban setting, whether you want to be able to work independently or have opportunities to volunteer in the local community. While most students study abroad during the junior year, it is possible to study abroad as a second semester sophomore or first semester senior. In order to be eligible to apply to study abroad, students must have a declared major, be in good academic standing, and have a plan that will enable them to complete all degree requirements in a way that will not delay graduation. Wellesley does not require that students have a certain GPA, but most study abroad programs consider a student's GPA as part of the application process, with minimum GPA requirements ranging from 2.5 to 3.7, depending on the program. To complement language instruction on campus, students are encouraged to select programs in countries where English is not commonly spoken. For study abroad programs taught in a language other than English, students are expected to complete a minimum of 4 semesters of the target language at Wellesley, or the equivalent of 202 prior to study abroad, and are expected to continue with language study for the duration of their studies abroad. For study abroad in a country whose predominant language is not English, but in a program where instruction is done in English, students are strongly encouraged to demonstrate proficiency in the local language equivalent to 2 semesters of study at the elementary level prior to study abroad and/or to enroll in a course in the local language while on site. Some programs and academic departments require a higher level of proficiency, and students should plan accordingly. Any exceptions would require approval of the International Study Committee. Some things you should keep in mind as you begin your research. First, if your goal is to learn or master a foreign language, you should really select a program that requires the use of the target language all of the time. Avoid programs with courses taught in English. Most of our students think it would be unrealistic to take math or economics courses, for instance, in a foreign language. But it's really amazing how quickly you can learn a language if you are living in it 24/7. And, of course, students who can stay abroad for a full year really make more than double the progress of those who are only able to fit in a semester. If you would like to concentrate on your major, look for thematic programs that focus on your area of specialization or at universities that have broad curriculum in your major area. You should also talk to faculty in your department at Wellesley to see if they have any connections abroad or recommendations for programs or foreign universities well suited to your academic interests. Think about how the study abroad program fits with your overall degree program. Remember, you are trying to put together the best 4-year liberal arts degree you can, so study abroad is not intended to be time off from academic learning. And it should not appear that way on your record. You'll want to think about what distribution requirements might be more easily fulfilled abroad and which should be done on campus. Typically, the lab science distribution is difficult to meet abroad, but humanities and social science distribution courses are often easier to find. When thinking about when to study abroad, think first about the full year. Being away for a year allows you to take full advantage of the experience in terms of linguistic, cultural, and academic adjustment and offerings. If a full year isn't realistic or doesn't appeal to you, look next at the fall semester. In most cases, if you go abroad in the fall, you'll start the school year when the locals start. Planning for internships, recruiting and graduate school tests is easier. You'll have more time to get ready for your experience, as many spring semester programs start right at the beginning of January, and, if you decide you'd like to stay for the full year after arriving on site, you'll have that option. Please note that direct enroll programs in London and Oxford will only be available to Wellesley students for fall or full year. So how does one find out about the various programs available? You probably already found the Office of International Study website, which is the best place to start. All of the approved programs are listed and linked there, along with student evaluations, and there is information on policies and procedures related to study abroad. You're also strongly encouraged to take advantage of the annual Study Abroad Fair on September the 12th. More than 100 pre-approved programs will be represented at the General Fair, to take place from 12 to 3 p.m. at Tishman Commons. Those programs well suited to science students will also be at the Science Fair, from 4 to 5 p.m. in the Science Centre Focus. In addition, the OIS sponsors panels and info sessions on various programs throughout the fall semester. Information about these events is posted on our The OIS Facebook page. Office of International Study staff are happy to meet with you during drop-in hours or to advise you by email, Skype or phone. You are encouraged to first consider look at the Wellesley sponsor programs. These are typically mixed model programs in foreign language destinations, with immersion into the local culture but support services to make that immersion less daunting. For students seeking more independence, Wellesley maintains exchange programs whereby Wellesley students essentially swap spots with counterparts at one of our partner universities abroad. About a third of Wellesley students who study abroad will select one of the Wellesley sponsor programs. Most of the remaining students will select from one of the college's 160+ pre-approved programs. And a handful of students each year will be given permission by the International Study Committee to enroll in programs that are not already approved. Wellesley's flagship program is Wellesley Next, a French language immersion program in the south of France. This program is suitable for students in the humanities and social sciences as well as biology and neuroscience. Students take courses at Aix-Marseille University or the Political Science Institute in Aix-en-Provence and typically live with host families. The program includes a week-long pre-session in Paris and multiple excursions in Provence and elsewhere in France. Wellesley has partnered with Smith College to offer a Spanish language immersion program in Córdoba, Spain, and with Vassar and Wesleyan to offer an Italian immersion program in Bologna, Italy. Students choose from a wide range of program courses taught by local faculty and can also take courses alongside host country peers at the local university. Both programs offer excursions, cultural activities, and a full range of support services on site. Wellesley's featured option for STEM students is our new Wellesley and Bremen program at Jakobs University in Bremen, Germany. This 4-semester English language program offers a full range of science options with directed research opportunities and a new pre-health option for students who wish to gain exposure to European healthcare issues and also fulfill pre-health and major requirements. Students with a background in German are able to take part in a clinical internship. Wellesley in Berlin is our program for students seeking a German language immersion experience, suitable for students from any major, and administered by Middlebury College. Students take courses at the Freie Universität in Berlin and are required to commit to a language pledge. Full-year students have the opportunity to do an internship during the spring semester. Similarly, Wellesley in Chile, also administered by Middlebury, is our program for students seeking a Spanish language immersion experience, suitable for students from any major. Students take courses at either the Catholic University of Chile in Santiago or the Catholic University of Valparaiso and are required to commit to a language pledge. This program offers internship and volunteer opportunities as well as lab sciences and directed research options. In fall 2016, Wellesley College and the Graduate Institute of International and Development Studies in Geneva established a program for Wellesley students to earn both a BA from Wellesley and an MA from the Graduate Institute in 5 years, rather than the normal 6 years. Students in this program spend the fall semester of their senior year in Geneva, then return for spring semester and graduation at Wellesley. Following graduation they will return to Geneva for their 5th year. French is not a requirement for admission, but those students who are not proficient in French will be required to study the language while at the Institute in Geneva. The Geneva Institute has a long-standing reputation for its excellence in international affairs and development studies, and is a great fit for most social science majors. Students who are seeking a more independent immersion experience should consider direct enrollment in one of the Wellesley exchange programs. The exchanges are reciprocal, with students, and sometimes faculty, going to and coming from the partner university, enabling our students to develop long-term relationships with some of the local degree students and to serve as Wellesley ambassadors abroad. Wellesley's current exchange programs are in England, France, Iceland, China, Japan, Egypt, India, Hong Kong, South Korea, and Canada. Approximately 2/3 of students studying abroad choose to study away on a program that is not sponsored by or affiliated with Wellesley. The college offers approximately 160 pre-approved options, that is, programs that have been reviewed and approved for Wellesley credit. The full list of programs is available on the Study Abroad app on My Wellesley. If none of the pre-approved programs are a good fit for you, it is possible to have a different program approved for you specifically. OIS staff can work with you on the petition process. Students who wish to spend the fall semester in one country and the spring semester in another need to petition as well. If you are interested in studying in a country with the current U.S. State Department travel warning, you'll need to petition the International Safety Committee. Almost all Wellesley students who study abroad are able to transfer a full load of courses for the semester or year back to Wellesley, that is, 4 units per semester. Wellesley does not award transfer credit for internships, business, communication, law, or other non-liberal arts courses though, so, if you want to study a field that is not available at Wellesley, you'll want to make sure that you check whether or not you will come up short on credit after you study away. Also, you'll normally not want to start a foreign language abroad if that language is taught at Wellesley. Pre-health requirements normally need to be done in the US. Each academic department has guidelines about how many courses and what kind of credit can be earned abroad, usually found on the departmental website. Wellesley College has a homeschool tuition policy for study abroad. What this means is that all students who study abroad continue to pay a regular Wellesley tuition to Wellesley for the semester or year abroad, and Wellesley, in turn, pays the partner university or study abroad program tuition. Students who enroll in the Wellesley administered program typically pay the Wellesley comprehensive fee, that covers costs including housing, meals, international flights, excursions, and personal expenses. Students who enroll in exchange programs or in programs sponsored by other colleges or universities pay the actual cost for room, board and flights directly to the provider. Students who normally receive financial aid for their studies on campus continue to receive financial aid for the semester or year abroad, and apply for aid in the same way as if they were going to be on campus. Once an aided student is accepted to a study abroad program, the college will recalculate the financial aid package based on the total cost of attendance at the selected program, including flight, housing, meals, local transportation, books and personal expenses. Students will continue to contribute what they would be expected to contribute toward a semester on campus, and the financial aid package is adjusted to cover the balance. Students who don't normally receive financial aid have access to a subsidized student loan of up to $5,000, and can also apply for merit funding from study abroad programs, government agencies, and private organizations. Scholarship deadlines are usually well in advance of the semester or year abroad, so look into these options early. Some of the more popular scholarship programs are Gilman, Freeman, and Boren, and many large study abroad providers offer scholarships. There are a number of scholarship programs for minority students, STEM majors, and students studying in places other than Western Europe. International study scholarships are treated like any other outside scholarship. They replace your student loan, and, in many cases, your student contribution. All scholarships need to be reported to SFS by all students, regardless of whether or not you receive financial aid. All students who intend to study abroad for the fall and/or spring semester must be pre-approved for study abroad by the Wellesley Office of International Study, and also gain admission to their selected study abroad program. Students planning on studying abroad during their junior year should begin planning during the summer before their sophomore year. Sophomores who plan to study abroad during their junior year need to declare a major and submit a proposal to study away, both available in My Wellesley, by December the 1st at 4:30 p.m. Students who don't have a passport, or have a passport that will expire before the end of their proposed study abroad term, should apply for a new passport now. Many countries require students to have a passport that is valid 6 months beyond their anticipated return date. Students are responsible for submitting applications and supporting documents directly to the program sponsor or host university. Program applications for the fall are typically due in February, and in September for the spring. However, some programs have earlier deadlines, and most review applications on a rolling basis. It is recommended that you apply to one program at a time. Admissions decisions are usually available within 3 weeks. Students applying to the Oxford or Cambridge Direct Enroll programs must submit their Oxbridge application to the OIS in early January. Once your proposal to study away has been reviewed and approved, you may be asked to meet with an advisor in the OIS, or invited to a small group meeting with other students applying to the same program. The purpose of the meeting is to discuss your program choice, the application process, and basic information about credit transfer, financial arrangements, and other information relevant to the application. All students must submit a pre-travel screening form to Health Services to begin the Health Services clearance process. Based on your destination and on your health history, Health Services will determine whether or not you need to make an appointment with a clinician to discuss issues related to your semester or year abroad. All students also need to be cleared by Student Financial Services. Students who normally receive financial aid are required to attend a group workshop or individual meeting with a financial aid advisor. Upon acceptance to the study abroad program, students submit a study away agreement to confirm their participation. Approval for study abroad is not final until confirmation paperwork is complete. All students must be cleared by May the 1st for fall study abroad and December the 1st for spring study abroad. Some items require substantial lead time, so please plan accordingly. We look forward to meeting you soon during drop-in advising, or at a panel or other event, and to working with you throughout the year to plan for a successful study abroad experience.